Right, Jay, obviously a pretty disappointing result, 0-0. Couldn't find a way through today. Can you pinpoint one thing that sort of went wrong? Was it like a cutting edge, or was it just an off day from everyone today?
When you said it didn't quite break through, I think we broke through plenty of times, if I'm being honest with you. What we didn't do is put the ball in the back of the net. Obviously, to win the game, you need to put the ball in the back of the net. It's simple logic tells you that. But we've created enough chances today to win the game and probably win the game comfortably. I wasn't disappointed with the way we played, the style we played. I was just disappointed with lack of cutting edge. We weren't ruthless, we weren't clinical, and it cost us a couple of points because of it. And that's not just like forward line. If we've had probably the most amount of corners I think we've ever had in the game today, and did we punish enough from them? Nick come close with a couple of good headers, but as a team, as a whole, again, we should have been a bit more ruthless with that side of it. And also we've got into some really good areas when I think the final cross maybe was failed to be delivered. There's no good sort of cut back, there's no driven across the face of goal, no chip at the back post. Those little fine finesse bits didn't quite come off today.
Absolutely, and obviously we were a bit hampered first half and Lewis Taylor went off with a bit of an injury. I think that sort of derailed us a bit second half. He's such a big presence in there in the midfield. Can you sort of update us? Do you know anything about his injury? Do you think it's serious? Or
I couldn't tell you if it's serious or not at the moment. It's his Achilles, so when you associate Achilles with an injury, you tend to worry a little bit. But I'm hoping that he caught it early enough to then get a good week's sort of physio on it and be alright for next week. So it's a bit early to call whether he's going to be fit or not. But like you said, obviously Lou leads by example on the pitch and he's been a great player for us, but we've got plenty of quality on our bench that we can bring on that shouldn't disrupt the side too much, and we still had two of those 1v1 opportunities when he went off the pitch. So it didn't define our game, Lou going off. Yes, it's upsetting to lose your captain and one of your good players, but as I said, the quality on the bench is enough to sort of carry on the game taking over for us.
Absolutely, and looking ahead now, next couple of games, we're 2 away games coming up, East Grinstead and then Corinthian, 2 tough places to go. Is the aim always 6 points, or is it just one game at a time, take East Grinstead and then move on?
Every game's 3 points, so if I was saying is it 6 points, then of course it would be, but I'm not going to go in and go we want 6 points. Of course we approach each game as it comes, as we've done most of the season. The disappointing for me at the moment is that we're not finishing those teams off that are in the areas or in positions that we should be seeing teams off in, and we're left with no chances at the moment. So yeah, we need to change in that. Maybe at training we need to do a lot more finishing sort of practices and see where that brings us for next week. But yeah, they're 2 good games against 2 sides that one caused us all sorts of problems down there. Corinthian, I think they completely outplayed us down here. One of the few teams I look at and go who was a better side of us on the day. I think we've lost games where we've been, competitive or been the better side, but Corinthian were much better than us when we're down here. So, yeah, we need to sort of buck our ideas up against them because they're very well organised. And even East Grinstead, they're not on the best of runs of late, but we know they've got some quality in their side. They've got some good players in their side. They get a few ex-players probably playing against us. So no game's taken lightly, and we know teams that are down there. Each game to them is a matter of life and death because they're fighting for points to keep themselves in the league. And we need to be matching that, and if not better than that.
Absolutely, very well put. Well, thank you very much for your time today, Jay.
No, thank you.